And I will again welcome everyone, and then and also again in the chat if you want to say hi, where you're from, and if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, either way, that's great. And I like to know specifically for new to Zentangle, so that way I make more of a concerted effort to explain slowly. So, or not slowly, but just so that way I'm not, if we're using lingo, we try to explain. I still try to do it anyway, but
yeah, because some of us old folks forget.
Sometimes I forget. And yeah, and as we were having oh, okay, Christine, okay, one Zentangle session. Awesome. Was it with us or somewhere else? Oh, yay.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Oh, and she came back. Woo!
Yeah, and let's see. Okay, Cherie.
Awesome. Some people are gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, yeah. And so for those that are new, yes. Oh, okay, and I would make sure I get the Malika right. I remember going to London, Ontario. It's nice there. I used to go to Amway functions there.
In London, Ontario?
I think we went to a couple. Either that or we went back to London to see that one. No, we did. Yeah.
Is it on the way to Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or at least the way, and I know we had gone specifically to see one doctor that was doing that. Not what it was called. Not biofeedback. I forget what it was called, but anyway, it was interesting. So we will trudge ahead, and as we do that, oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard of that one. The Tangle On retreat.
Is she a new CZT?
Yeah, 36.
Oh, okay.
So fairly
new.
Awesome. So I also want to mention you can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. The thing that ties us together is is the tangle that we're focusing on. So what I will do is, and let me pull this up also, is share my version of the step out, as well as here, let me get the phylloxy up on there too, as well as the originator of the tangle. And that, I can get rid of that. Okay. And I will put links in the chat. So we'll start off with the Slidehat. And like I said, if you want to do something different to add on to that one, go right ahead. Or if you just want to focus on that one, great. And then so we'll do that one, and then we'll do the phylloxy afterwards, because it seemed like some had challenges with that one, and so it'd probably be good to do here. All right, so let's do phylloxy. No. Slidehat. At first, I thought it was Sidehat when I was reading it, and I have to keep putting that S in there. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and we will talk through this one, and I always debate. Well, I guess I'll put all of the links, and I'm still deciding what I want to work on at the same time. Oh. Okay, I'm putting the phylloxy links in there also. That way they're done, and if I need to put them in again, I will. Okay. All right, so this is fun. This Slidehat, it made me sort of think of, there was the tangle, I think it was Gravy or something like that, which I have somewhere waiting for a tangle to go on the inside of it, because it was more of a border tangle. And that's why, for whatever reason, that's how I was having this one pictured. And so Slidehat by Karin Frank, just it's a double curvy line. So curvy however you want to curve it. And yay, Luna, glad your power is back. And then we put the little hats on, and that's why I always called them hats too, because if we think of zinger or sprinkle tangles, and because I was thinking we could pair it with sprinkle too, and zingers, because then we'd have the whole theme of the little hat guys. And so then we put the little hat on. One thing I noticed, and then we'll look at it again when we go to Karen's step out. It seems like the hat is the size of it is commensurate, well, matches. Let's just say that because I can't say the other word today. To the size of the I wanted to say the hill, the curve that it's on. So we put these on both sides. And I just started with one so that way people that were unfamiliar with doing the hats could see versus piling them all up at one time. So on both sides, right where it curves, and then you can pile them up as high as you want to. And I think, the ones that are wider, you might be able to, stack more on top. Then the next part is kind of tricky. Reminds me of that tangle, was it twing that we did a while ago? I think that's what it was. But so we're gonna do a curve line, and I started it. Some of it is just I want to say making it up, but kind of. So we start with a curve line going up here, and we have the curve go in the same direction as that first line, but you want it to kind of look like it's aura'd, and so it's curving along with that first curve, if that makes any sense. But you can kind of just see it. And she just has us doing 2 of them and then shading and having fun. And here is Karen's step out, so you can see, and really just I also want to just look at the samples that Karin has here. Do you see how it can just meander however you want it to meander? And oh, and I'm looking at that last step. And I think if you get the one up high enough, because you see how they do kind of line up as if you were drawing one squiggly line underneath that original double line. So, so that's the one thing that, like I said, I had a little bit of a challenge with that, but um, I'm thinking, like in this tan tile down here, if you make your curves real wide, because mine were kind of shallow on my step out, then it makes it maybe a little bit easier to have them look like they line up in a curve. Like this one, I mean, because they kind of do look continuous. But yeah, and then fun with shading and all that. So we'll focus on that first, and I'm going to come back and I'll share, and then we'll do the phylloxy for those that want to do that. So that's the plan. All right. So you're still deciding too. Or are you waiting for me to decide?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that really wouldn't be too hard to do in a circle. I'm gonna go with the circle with the Zendala.
Okay.
I'm gonna challenge myself.
Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking. Well, maybe we're both working on it. No, we usually do things different. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna do it differently, but I'm gonna work on a gray tile. And I might just do a mono tangle with that one here. And then pick another for the next one. Because we can do what we want to. And I like that you picked up a PN. I'm almost thinking of a PN also. Is this? Oh, no, that's brown. Although, who can tell? It's so dark. All right. Wiggly lines. That's what and this is yeah, I have to go like get in my randomness brain. Oh. Yeah, I kind of like how okay, I'm gonna look at hers. Yeah.
I just drew a giant amoeba.
There. My amoeba's let's see, let me take this line off. There we go. Okay. Now, okay. Now I'm good. Oh, and then we have to aura it. So you get to decide if you want to aura it on the outside or the inside. I always think of it as a nice course correction, because sometimes I'm like, well, that got a little too close to here or there. And I'm going to have to do it on the inside because I need room on the outside. I wasn't thinking
That's what I was just thinking.
I'm like, well, maybe this will turn into something else. No. Well, and I want to re-look. There is nothing to say that those hats have to be straight on. Either. I'm gonna do mine 40s gangster style, where they tilt the hat. Yeah. Yes, Luna, here you go. You can borrow one of mine. Yeah, I said, yeah.
Grab a crayon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have no room right here, so they're gonna have to go off to the side. That's the thing about when you're not thinking about it, which we shouldn't necessarily.
Well, no, they go. Wait, I have.
So on your curve, so yours will be fine.
That isn't what I wanted.
So then pick whichever way you want to start, and then the little hat, so it's just a little curve line on the top. But see, and when you stack them, you could just strategically have them curve a little bit, and then up to you. If you I know it's on hers, she one of them on the one sample, she just kind of continued it with some dots like that. I've done them, and I can't remember if it was sprinkle or if maybe it was zinger, where you put little lines coming out, but you could have fun with if you want to put something up on that top. Or just not at all, because on her on Karin's tan sample, she didn't have anything coming out. It was just just the hat like that, and that's it. But I do like she added some orbs in there. That's kind of neat. I do like some of them to have. All right. Yeah, I got the easy part done. All of the outsides. Okay, now for the inside. That works. One more. Once I've put these little dots, they kind of all need to have them. That's just me. Okay, so I said I was gonna, yes, and I did make it go wide. So I'll give a minute, and then we'll just put in the insides.
So you only do it on the outside?
No, outside and the inside. So you do it on both. So yeah, looking at the inside, it's on all of where it curves and turns around. So on all of those insides, you will have them too.
Oh, I just have a lot more than you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was giving a pause because I don't know. That's the other fun that we have is that not knowing what everybody has done. So just give a pause, and then we'll do that inside little thing.
You
Yeah,
can have any number of the little hats, right? It doesn't
yeah,
have. Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter. And I'm also looking at mine, uh, when I was looking back at hers, it seemed like, that the top one, like it almost was, um, almost like your curve is step 1 and then you can, stepping in or step 2, I guess. I'm just thinking of the width of the little hats. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily matter either because I did these here where they were too close. Get my thing in there. Um, I just kind of put it off to the side and it looks fine. So, oh, it does look like Who Houses, and this is like the smoke coming out. That's fun. Oh, all right, so then the next step, and I'm going to start at least where probably doesn't matter. And so she has us doing 2 curve lines. I'm going to do one at a time. So
But you do the first one kind of close to what you already have, do you think?
yeah, because so
Okay.
it's like the first one, yeah, like in like there is going to be close, and then that's going to become, and maybe it's just good to just do it continuous as if we're doing,
Hollowbow.
yeah, but knowing that, because when I'm looking at it, it's almost like one side is close and the other side is the farther away one. If that makes no sense at all.
Well, I noticed on her the one sample, she kind of colored in or shaded in this whole ribbony thing
Yeah.
as one rather than having it be like a ribbon
Mm-hmm.
running underneath it. But you wouldn't have to do that. Oh, wait, I'm going to run into trouble.
Yes. I think this is what I was trying to put into words that I couldn't figure out how to put them into words. So like one
Mhm.
is it's like you go close then far away then close then far away.
Right. But because mine go in a circle.
Well, you could just make yours crisscross underneath.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
If that makes any sense. Oops. Well, this last one of mine didn't. Yeah, and I Inez already run. Oh, well, then that means that Inez is going to come up with something absolutely amazing because Inez, you always have such a nice way of you know making yourself smile, and then it makes everybody else smile with what you end up doing.
You hear me laughing, right?
Is it this part with these 2 lines that you ran into trouble too?
Yeah, I did it. I didn't make it wide enough.
Oh,
I kind of
Yeah.
ran it into the other one, so I'll figure it out.
yeah, and this is where this part was, yeah. So looking at mom, yeah, hesitating. So when you do, yeah, I'm trying to think, how could you fix? And fix isn't the right word. You know what? What if you have it going a different well, I was gonna say a different direction, but it kind of works. air drawing, and I'm air drawing with you in my head. Oh, Sandy forgot the double lines at the beginning. Well, see, it'll all just be interesting. Oh, it does. Charisse says that your mom looks like yeah, bird's eye view of the inside of a cave. Yeah, and the one of
Yeah,
those
I was thinking it looked
stalagmites.
like some kind of a sea monster or
Yeah.
something. But
Oh,
yeah. Hmm.
let's see. Okay, so we're contemplating. Okay, let's see, making if you do that with the ribbons, because see, it still looks good. You know what?
My thought too, Heather, is to do it like you said, like I'm envisioning them crisscrossing under that first one.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, yeah, as I was saying it, because I couldn't figure out the right words, and yeah, it's just like, so as we're doing it again, if you do it again, when you do it again, you just have to decide, okay, whatever you start that's close up, the next one has to be far away. But figuring out how we want to course correct, oh, and it's like you're doing Inipod. Because there's no such thing as a mistake. And so this is the fun part, I think, is, all right, well, how do I get it from here? And I also don't know that you couldn't put a third line in if you wanted to. Because it just has two.
There. I did it.
Yeah. And it's almost like a ribbon behind the ribbon.
Yeah.
So there we go. And Sandy, if we're forgetting to do the double lines at the beginning, then it's just, to me, it's like there's the two ways to do zinger, right? You do the single line, and then you put the little hat, which are more single lines than like this, and then the other way was with the double line, and it has this kind of hat.
Well, you know what else you could do? Go ahead and put your double line in and fill it in solid.
Oh,
yeah, that first ribbon line.
Well, unless you got if you did the hats on the other side. Oh no, right. But if you just fill it in solid period, then it would just make it thick.
It would take some fiddling, but it could be done.
Yes, and yes. We're all on the same wavelength. It's amazing. Yeah, fun. Okay, so then I noticed the oh, and then Jenny says that she thought hers looked like shells, so what with bubbles around it. Yeah. And and say, looking at the one sample, she has some nice orbs in there. And I did notice it seemed like, so, and I changed to a gray tile so that way I could have fun with the white. And I'm going to put graphite kind of like just where the curves are. So I'm not going all the way around, but just in these, well, it's not really a crevice, but yes, it is. Yeah, I think I'll do these separate tonight. Maybe tonight I might do them together. We'll see. I don't know. Actually, and I don't know, for whatever reason, Sandy, this is making me think of your Tangle Waka. Just a little bit. Maybe it's just because of the curve lines. And maybe because I'm adding the shading similar to I'm just adding the graphite. First, a lot of times I do the I'll do it in one place, and then because I can't wait to see what it's going to look like, and I'll start shading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that that you were thinking that too, because it just, yeah, it was, especially with if you making these real dramatic. Let's see, I might as well do everything that's going the same direction. Well, or not. Try to do so that way I'm not flipping my tile constantly and making myself dizzy. Oh, no, that song is in my head. What song did I have in my head earlier from our meeting?
Shading is looking great, Heather.
Oh, thank you. It did, it really adds to that grooviness. Oh, thanks, Leslie. And they do look like, big shells. Or it's a new kind of I want to say shellfish, but really long sea snake that when it bends, it creates a shell on top. I don't know. Then, because I wanted to have fun with the white. That's why I wanted to do it on something that I could. And two, I'm thinking on either one or both sides of the hats, because that will also add to the curviness. Well, let's see. I guess I should use some graphite on. And so let me just take a peek here. And somebody is reconnecting. Oh, I don't see Rosemary on us. I was going to channel Rosemary
I was
here.
going to say, I can just see what she's going to do with this.
And she might have already. Okay, she's been working ahead a little bit on our the Inktober tangles. Although I could add some color in here too, but oops, let's get that last one. All right. Oh, I could do, maybe that's what I'll do. Color on the original curve line. That could be kind of neat. Oh, the shading is just so magical. And I like to pause and just look at it. Because it's like, oh, wow. All right, now, there it is. I'm thinking, and of course I have to, oh no, I don't have to get up. I have colors right here. Oh, then it said this. See, then it's a decision. Well, I picked blue first, but I don't like that's too. Oh wait. No, now I'm channeling my inner Jen. Oh, that looks neat, Mom. Let's see. And yes, Charisse, and thank you, Sandy. And Charisse, yeah, if you're in the Facebook group, then you will see it there. I'll also post something here. Part of me wants to use up. These are just so the pout. I don't know what you call it. They're so loose. I'm used to the soft. Soft is the right word.
Oh, you know, this is a quick question, and if I don't ask it now, I'll forget, and
Yeah.
it'll never come back to me. um, when when Rosemary was teaching us how to do the marbles,
Yeah.
did she use to make the red and yellow and green stripe in the middle of the marble? Did she use chalk pencils or colored pencils? Do you
No,
remember?
it was colored pencils.
Colored pencils. Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle, I have a class coming up doing that, and
Oh.
and I thought, well, it's not till next month. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wait, for that real, did she use colored pencils? Which I was hoping it was colored pencils, because not everybody has the chalk pencils, but most everybody, and in our, classroom, we have lots of colored pencils.
Oh, okay.
That will be good.
Good. I was almost gonna have to go get a new. This one is well. Okay. Oh, but
I like this, but to me it doesn't seem like it's done, even though I added lots of little dots in them. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to add a whole bunch more dots.
Well, you can add some.
Somewhat.
Some orbs.
Orbs, yeah. No, that'd be too much like work. Mine looks like a mutant starfish.
Okay, interesting. And where is? There it is. Let's see. I want to try something. We'll see if it works. Ooh, and this could be a neat thing. As we were doing last time when we were playing with the glaze pens. You could do glaze or the dimensional Mod Podge or something like in this big curvy line. Imagine that this only works.
Well, I just thought of something else which might work.
Yeah.
This, because I'm on a gray tile. Oh, I didn't do anything with that ribbon thing yet.
See?
So you're shading it dark where the hats are.
Yeah, like at the so I put graphite in the the tops. Oh, well, depending on which way you're looking at it, the tops and the bottoms of the loops. Yeah. And then, let's see. Oh, let me mind my time, because I can finish playing with the shading afterwards. But for those that wanted to do the Philoxy, and I don't. Is it a song? Is it a book? I don't know why. When I see Philoxy, I think Biloxi, and then I think blues, and I don't know if it's. Oh, and can you move to the move? Yeah, your thing.
What? They want to see what I'm doing? No,
Oh,
no.
so that looks neat. Oh, and well,
I didn't want to add graphite because I have graphite up
yeah,
here. So I'm
right.
using the gray of my tile to be like the shading.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's what I'm shooting for. I
I
don't
have,
know.
and I just have to see where my head was going with this. Oh, Biloxi, Mississippi. So I think Biloxi Blues is a song or something, and it's just one of those things that popped into my head when I see Biloxi. My head went, oh, Biloxi. Okay. Oh. So yes, and who was asking about oh it's oh no, I don't let me put in um oh, and it's with an I. Oh, blues. Let me just see. Where is this coming? Yes, it was a movie, but not. Let's see. This is 88. Oh, it's Matthew Broderick. Maybe. Okay, that must be. Yeah, it was a film. Okay, from 1988. Yeah, that's why it's in my head. Aha.
Yeah.
Sometimes, who was asking? Oh, it's because it was from. It was who asked on YouTube about because I said something. Welcome to the way my brain works, and asked if was it Jenny? No, somebody asking, and then I forget. Anyway, I'm sure you're on. Yeah, and Janet, yeah, it is Biloxi, Mississippi is okay. It's about a group of young recruits that go through boot camp during the Second World War in Biloxi, Mississippi. So it's from a Neil Simon play. So that's where my brain went. And yeah, so on the YouTube channel, I went on this. I think it was the Tangle sock or something. And let me find a pen here so we can do this. Oh, I'm going to use the same pen. Do this phloxy. Yeah, because I was thinking, Kelly, that it was yeah, based on the phlox flower. Although I don't think we saw um a description of it. But anyway, yeah, somebody said, do we need a passport for Heather's brain? And I said, well, I guess I have a stamp for that. I said, but you might want to have a good escape route planned. Because I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, oh, some days. All right, so anyone that wants to try the phloxy, however, if you're incorporating it in this or not, like I said, I'm just wanted to do we're doing mono tangle.
I had planned to put it in the middle of mine, but it didn't work that way.
Yeah, well, you could do this one small too and put it in other places, but I'm just going to do
Oh,
a
I
big,
could.
big one. So this one is like I kind of try to find the center, and then it's just curve lines going out. And I honestly don't know that you have to have 5 spokes coming out, but that's what theirs had. So I just turn the tile, and I kind of try to turn it at a similar distance so that way they're kind of even, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Oh, and yeah. So so you would say,
Sort of
yeah,
like
Biloxi,
Missouri and Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah. Although that's the I part. I never
Yeah.
really understood that one either. Okay, so once you have your spokes, then pick one to start, and it's just a big curved line, kind of sort of aura-ing this one, the spoke you're going on, and then landing in that center point. And then we've done this kind of stroke a lot where you kind of come down. So, and we're just going to focus in on this area here. So you come down a little ways on that curve line and start another one, but have it come into that same point. And then you just keep working your way down as you go through. And you know what? And I found it's okay to leave a gap. I was thinking that we weren't supposed to, but it's one of those totally fine. And then And as I was doing on the video, I thought, oh, I could have, I missed an opportunity to redo the step out. But this might make it easier. Well, so you can repeat this in all of the sections. The way the step out is they have you coming from, somewhere here. And she was doing it like on the second one. I don't know if it matters, but the second one in from this spoke and doing a big curved line like that. And it's a bit awkward. So what I was thinking is, oh, you could just do this because the last step, we kind of, so imagine for, what do I need to keep turning this? I don't. Imagine if I had just done this curve line, because you can come afterwards and do this, because that's what we have to do here where we started. So if this part is giving you a hang up, don't do it. Just keep repeating. It would be, like step, 2 and 3 in my box on each one. Because everything else from there is the same. This is, like I said, it's like taking two steps, sort of. And actually, I think I'm going to do that. Fine. One thing that I'm noticing myself is if I have a smaller area, I just have to watch and maybe watch how thick they are, but then also kind of bring them down quicker, because you kind of want to have these coming down to about, I don't know, somewhere below this anyway, because that way we can have this neat effect that happens. Big one. Whoa, move that. Let's see. Oh, okay, Sharon. Who spoke so that? Well, I guess that'd be just like kind of a line, but I guess you could. We'll have to look for the for it with 2, but yeah, it's not going to matter the number. Okay. And then once you have all of your spokes filled in with, these shapes, then, like I said, if you didn't do it all in one, then you just come back afterwards, and from that spoke, that end, just kind of complete this curve line. And it seems like you almost need to come to the second one from that spoke to have, for the effect. And 2, because if you're just real close, if you go to that first one, it's not going to work. And while you could just stop at this point if you wanted to, and I didn't notice it until like afterwards that there were these other little lines in here. And what she did was, so I'm focusing in on this, and if I look at this line and think Halabow and continue it, and then this one, I don't know if I can get any more. Well, maybe, sort of, like that. But I would almost think that, definitely just, an option, because then when you shade it, it looks neat. I'm going to have to go back and look at. Yeah, and actually, I mean, this one makes me think of a seashell also. I mean, it looks flowery-ish too. And I'm just gonna flip back. I'll do my screen share again so we can, because we didn't talk through the step out. I said I was gonna go back to that. I didn't. We were fine though. Oh, and 5-minute warning, because we'll open up our webcams and share what we did. Yeah, so here is this is by CZT Teresa Fessler, and oh, I guess I have to. Oh, let me see if I can make it bigger. Hey, okay. Oh, and actually, see, and this one reminds me. There were some other ones I can't remember. Was it Ion something or other? And I think that inspired Alyssa's Up and Tuck. But this is neat here. This little one on the side, and I'm looking. I was like, well, huh? Oh, I guess you would just aura that section instead.
Having a second look at this, now I understand, which I didn't before. So she's making these little swoopy things look like they're folding back, and you can see the underside of them.
Yeah.
Which mine don't do that at all.
Oh. Yeah, I think yours, let's see. Oh, because you just put a line in.
Yes, just a random line. Just put it in there.
Oh. Yeah, because that's why I said you have to hollow bow. You were focused.
Yes.
But you could always fill that section in, and then it would just look like it would just be, oh, look at this one down here. I was trying to think the right word, but this is just must be her.
Okay.
Her or something. But yeah, if you just fill in that section up to the fluctuate, I'm pointing onto your screen and you can't even see that.
I made mine awfully fat too, but that's okay.
Oh, here, this one must be with 2 right here on the sample.
Where?
If you can see my mouse.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Wait, here, I have this.
So you just have to be more careful with that curve of that first big one, where it's going.
Oh, you mean now how do I stop that?
When you yeah, in the 1, 2, 3, the fourth one.
Yes.
When you do that line, you just have to be, oh, I see, she does it all in one, because they say, yeah, you have to be more careful where that lands. And so okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's what see, like the first one, she has it, landing here with this curve line. Oh yes, Diane, yes, that's the one. Yeah. Ion. I don't know how you pronounce the exclamation mark in those ones.
But I almost think maybe because of that, maybe doing it all in one, the additional curve lines other than the first one makes more sense.
Yeah. Well, see, and I got
next.
Yeah, I got mine to work because I did just the one with the big swoop but 2, I think having it come down and then landing on the second one in from that spoke. Because as I was looking at all of hers, well, yeah, because see, there's a little one here, and it's the second one in, and yeah, and then here she drew the dotted lines for your hollow bow thought.
Right. And since we have so much time, and I have so many tiles.
No, we only have 2 minutes.
What? Dad's computer clock is off again.
And all right, Virginia, see you later. Yeah. And then and then looking too, because I was trying to think. Well, no, I guess you would have to think it out maybe a little bit, because this one over here that she has. Oh, that's nice that the thing fades away. That's cool. This one right here, it looks like you would put just an aura in to make that look like that flat edge, I think. I have to look at it a little bit more. But this one down here at the bottom, turn you off so that way I can scroll down, because apparently, but this one is neat with these angles. down here at the bottom. Right here.
Oh,
like,
yes. I don't
yeah,
even want to think about that one.
So, yeah. So it's just, yeah, it's neat. It's not, what's so interesting too is that yeah, variations on the theme, because we've done this stroke that we're doing, it, you know, we've seen it in so many others, but and I'm just going to put shading down that whole side, and that seemed to work. That initial stroke, that seemed to work really, really good. And then I might come back and do, yeah, some more, yeah, over.
Did you put in, wait, never mind. Never mind.
I put the link are way, yeah, way up. I can put them in again. Yeah, because what's neat is it just looks like, yeah, this is open, you know, and the stuff is coming out. I also noticed on some of hers, oh, maybe, yeah, and it was just, no, yeah, it was just a couple where, and I do see the one here where she did, yeah, 2, 3, oh, her samples go 2, 3, 4, 5, and okay, maybe 6 or more, something like that. That I just noticed that. Thank you, Luna, for putting in those links. But she also like filled in some, you know, almost like a rounding-ish type of thing in the corner. So that's something that, you know, if you wanted to, or if you didn't like whatever happens in here, just fill it all the way in, and it, you know, and it'll be fine. Fill it all in and put little eyeballs peeking out, so it's like a creature. It's an odd shellfish. it's a shellfish condo. So, and yes, oh, and thank you, Luna, for the props. Okay, Joyce, we'll see you. But anyone else want to open up your webcams and let's see what you did, and we'll take a screenshot. Let me prep my area here. Whoa! Oh. All right. Oh, that's in the wrong place. That's why. Nice. Oh my gosh, Jenny's working on an enormous piece of paper. Oh, and I'm getting background. Amanda, let me mute you. Unless you can hit it first. Yeah, let me just mute you because I'm getting background. There we go. Okay, and it looks like, and so I have to turn my chat off for a moment. And Maria, we'll see you. I don't want your hands up. I'll give you a warning before. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Right, because we've got a lot on. I need. We'll have. Oh, oh, that's what I did the one time.
Oh, Sandy's is beautiful.
All right. So if this is it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's Inez. Okay, so if you want. Oh, things are still shifting. Wait. Oh, I am either gaining or losing. Okay. So hold them steady. Let me get this. And paste. And oh, I think I've lost some. Oh, Shulamit, that is amazing. Okay, I got both pages, and so you can, yeah, so if you want to take them down, and you can always shut off your screen, and let me save this, and then I'll share my screen so you can see. Oh, and that's what I need to. This is, what is today? Oh, let's just call this Slidehat. I'll find it quicker. Okay. All right. Let's see. And I think I got everyone's that is up here right now. Let me just check. Janet, I think I got yours on there. Yes. And oh, Jacqueline. Oh, and Mel G, I got yours. Jacqueline, I just got yours now. And let's see. Oh, and Monica, I got yours too. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Save. All right. I got them. I think. Oops. No. Nope, I don't want to replace that. 3. Okay. So now let me share my screen. Now that I got them all set. And let me. I'll say. Well, since this one is up here, this one we say and ignore this one. I got so we could get Jacqueline's, and that is very, very nice on a really big piece of paper. But that's awesome. And then let me flip to the second one. So I'm gonna go backwards today. So and then yes, we have She Dragon 713. I like those colors. And Shulami, that is amazing. I like that too. It it has such a neat whimsical look. And you kind of exemplify, both of you guys exemplify that. Oh, I like the little dots around the whole outside of that. All right, now let me go to number 1. Okay, let me slide this so that way we can, I hate chopping off the top, but that way you can see at the bottom too. Oh, these are so great. All right, and the lanes for some, yours look like, it makes me think of like fingers and fingernails. Like it's a hand. And because I didn't see it before. I have to look at mine. Yeah, the inside. It just creates that like a. I don't know if you call that a meta shape, but like a lot on some of them, and maybe just because the way it. Well, see, on yours too, Mom. Yeah, there's something about having a complete circle. That's just so funny.
Yeah, you run into difficulties.
Yeah, but it looks. I mean, they look neat.
You just have to kind of think ahead.
Yeah.
And I think the other one, the Phylloxy or whatever that one, that takes a lot of thinking. I mean,
yeah,
for those curves, because to get those curves look like they're petals or whatever folding in and going back like towards the center, you have to get that right angle.
Or it's like the Sydney Opera House.
Yes.
Multiples of them, like what's the picture of the snake that's eating its tail that goes around and around? That's like what that looks like, the Sydney Opera House eating itself. Oh, but these are just so neat. And Karen's makes me think very Dr. Seussy, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the big orbs coming out the top of it.
Pull it up a little bit, Heather, to see the bottom ones. The names, yeah. Oh, the first one, the hat, the sliding hat.
Yeah.
It looks very Doctor Who-ish. Not Doctor Who-ish.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss Who-ish.
Yeah. These are just so neat. And then looking at Kim's did lines coming in the different way.
Oh, yes.
2 sets. So there's another course correction.
Yep.
Or just because you want to.
You have this space, you must fill it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And somebody commented about not finishing. Where is she? I didn't.
That's okay.
Didn't get. She was just watching. Who is it? Oh, Charisse. I feel like mine wasn't done. Half the time Heather and I, you know, we are both, and several others are guilty of it too. Don't get them done, and you just finish them up afterwards.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, just have. Yeah, it's like homework. I'm gonna stop the recording now, though.